Biafra, superstars, media.
We're not going to stop telling ourselves the truth as northerners, whether you like it or not, whether it hurts or it doesn't. But we're just going to have no option than to tell ourselves the truth. The fact is, your ideology, our ideologies and concept as northerners is retrogressive in nature. It's anti-developmental in nature. It's holding the country back in so many ways. Let's be factual with this. Let's look at it. When the headers started making all this havoc on communities, people advocated for the anti-open grazing bill. Who were the front runners in regards ensuring that this bill doesn't come through? The northerners. They kicked against it seriously, that at the end of the day it could not scale through. And here do we have a situation now where the Fulanis have migrated from making havoc on the north to the other parts of the country. And funny enough, you went against this bill, but when Fulanis are now committing this havoc on people, you tend to dissociate yourself. You say that it's not a northern thing, it's a Fulani thing. Nobody can tell me that. It's a northern thing, it's a northern ideology. So let's not distinguish between the tribes, because the last time I checked, the northerners were the strong advocates. Majority of the northerners opposed the bill. And look at what open grazing is doing to us. How long are we going to go this way? Again, look at what happened in regards to the closure of school during Ramadan. A lot of people, reasonable Nigerians, came out to say that this is wrong, this is anti-developmental. It doesn't stop you from doing your religion, it doesn't stop you from being who you are. But what did they not do? A quite majority were celebrating and were saying this is a good thing, this is a very big progress for the propagation of the gospel of God. And look at where we are now.
Listen to what he just said. Exactly what I explained. Islamification. In the north, they were jubilating that, God is great. The propagation of the gospel is taking place. Sharia is taking place. But a friend of mine, a business client of mine from Saudi Arabia, I spoke to him, I told you all, where he told me that in Saudi Arabia, no, schools are not being shut down. Then why the hell in Nigeria are they shutting down schools? Think about that. Then I told him that, do you know in Africa, they shut down schools? Do you know that in that country called Nigeria, they shut down schools for 5 years. For 5 weeks. And he looked at me. His response was Sharia. I said, what do you mean? He said, Sharia law. The strict implementation of the law. An archaic law where they say when you are doing anything, you don't do any activity. During your fasting, you don't do no activity. You stay at home, and all you do is pray. Sleep and pray, then break your fast. Sleep and pray, then break your fast. That's an archaic law. But in Nigeria, they implemented it. So when I told him, do you know in Nigeria, they shut schools down for 5 weeks? He says, Sharia. Somebody from Saudi Arabia, where everybody wants to go there to go and do their Hajj, was saying this. If you guys doubt me, one day, please mark my video down. One day I will have to probably record him and I will ask him that question again. Because we're always saying once in a week, for a debrief of how the project is going. So at the end, I'll just call him and, in a friendly way, I'll ask him again. I'll ask him, what city are you from Saudi Arabia? So you will know I'm speaking to somebody who is from Saudi Arabia. I will ask him, what are the languages you speak in Saudi Arabia? He will tell me. That's what you will know I'm speaking to somebody who is from Saudi Arabia. Then I will ask him, during your fasting, how come you didn't fast? Because he was on antibiotics. So he told me he did not fast. Because during our lunchtime, he was also having lunch with us. So my tentacles was going around. I said, bro, how you doing, man? You good? Are you not fasting? I said, I don't know. I'm on antibiotics. I said, oh, okay. So he said, yeah, it's allowed. If you're not feeling well, you don't have to fast. A Saudi man is telling me this. Somebody from Saudi Arabia is telling me this. I said, oh, really? He said, yeah, that's a fast. Okay, good. Then at the end, I now asked him, in Saudi Arabia, do they shut schools down during fasting? He said, no. Why? Everything is open. Schools are open, banks, hospitals, everything is open like normal. I said, but in Africa, there is this country in Nigeria where they shut schools down for 5 weeks. And his response was Sharia, a Sharia law. Saudi Arabia. So where did Nigeria get that in from? Where does they not get that idea from, that they need to shut down schools? Islamification is the answer. Please, researchers, scholars, Biafrans, those listening to me, take your time. Oyendo came with the word Islamization. That's true. They are doing it. That's the end goal. But there are short-term goals they are chasing. There are milestones they need to cover. One of them is Islamification. Take my word serious. Every word I say, they are deliberate. Islamification. It's happening. It is now acceptable that schools can be shut down during fasting for 5 weeks. They've done it once, they will do it again. That's the beginning. It started from this year, going forward for the next 100 years in that zoo. They'll be doing it. And slowly, they will come to the West again, to the Yoruba land. They will tell you, Muslims are allowed to stay at home before you know it, they'll be sit at home now for 5 weeks during their Ramadan. It's coming. It's coming. But at this point, let us hear this, guys. I will record that stuff with that guy. It's not ethical, but it has to be done, because some of you are stubborn. You always doubt me. When I tell you, follow who know road, you always doubt me. I will take my time this week or next week to record that guy, this guy from Saudi Arabia. I'll record him. He won't know I'm recording him. I will do that just to prove the doubting Thomases. Because you guys, you are so stubborn. Biafrans, you are so stubborn. You don't want to listen when I tell you the truth. Until I go through the eye of a needle before you now you believe what I'm saying. There's a reason why I'm not showing my face, because my status in where I'm at right now, people like us, we don't even support a movement. We support you from a mile away. We support you anonymously, but because I have love for Simon Ekpa, I said, no, I must come and, put in my own quote water. Normally, men like me, we don't come out in the movement to protect what we have. We support it from a mile away, anonymously. But I felt the talent I have, the expertise I have, the knowledge I had from my parents, perhaps there's the best time to utilize it. That's why you see me speaking. Normally, people like us don't speak. We support you from a mile away. You are doing your fundraising. We raise some money and give you anonymously. But I said, no, I must come out and help my people. Let's continue. Very, very sad. Let's continue.
How are you going to tell me that the Northerners are not hypocritical in nature? And let's face it, this is what the politicians do. And who are their disciples? Their disciples are the common Northerners, the majority that are poor. The second point is the fact that when there was a bill in regards to birth regulation, what happened? Who were the front runners in ensuring that that bill doesn't come through? It was still the North. I remember a senator coming to the Senate House with 5 or 6 of his wives, trying to convince people how he's happily married and is responsible. But let's face it, Oga. If you are capable, you have the capacity to marry 5 wives and have many children as much as you want. What now happens to your brothers, those that doesn't have the capacity and are marrying so many women and are giving birth to so many children that they can't control? Is it the same thing? How long are we going to continue this as Northerners? It's so appalling. Until you wake up, you will always be considered inferior to any other region. And the fact is, don't expect that no matter the agitation, no matter your grievances, this will bring it to a standstill. It's still going to continue till you change your mentality, till you change your orientation, till the common man in the North starts challenging these allies that hold you at ransom. How many of the allies do you have their children in Almajiri schools? Why should you open Almajiri schools and send children to Malams that doesn't even have the capacity to feed his own family? and you tell me that this is not a northern agenda, and you tell me the problem of the north is not itself. The problem.
Hold it there, my brother. You're speaking well. Hold it there. Calm down. Calm down. You see, they need a Simon Ekpa from that north, and I thank God. People like this, they are waking up. In fact, I will say this as an advice to that zoo, because sometimes they say, allow dead horse to lie, or sleeping dogs to lie, something like that. Let the dead bury the dead. But just to open the brains of those in the north a little bit. You see this thing called Almajiri. Those who cannot read or write, or who cannot, be effective in their environment, in their communities. Hence, they are seen as people of less value and things like that. I'll tell you this. Most people who travel to the Western world in countries where they don't speak English, for the first 6 months of them being in that country, they have the same state of mind as those called the Almajiri, because they can only do menial jobs, medical doctors, engineers. If you find yourself in a country where English is not their official language, suddenly you cannot function effectively. Some things in your brains will shut down. I noticed it when I was in, I think, the first country I went to, in Swiss, or whatever this country I went to then. I noticed I could not communicate in their language, and suddenly I became helpless. Because the kind of jobs I'm supposed to apply for, I didn't even know how to read the adverts in their language. It means I was left to do only menial jobs, warehousing jobs, factory jobs, and the rest. So why I'm saying this is this. The Almajiri that you see as a beast of burden, a wasted people, all you have to do is to start building warehouses and factories. The same way the man they call Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, is doing great now. He's a multi-billionaire. All you need, the same way in China, they are having, there is no shortage of labor. The Almajiri, yes, they cannot communicate effectively or whatever. They've not gone to school, but they've got hands, handcraft. You can teach them basics in the warehousing. You bring in the raw material in those massive warehouses. The children are working there. They're getting paid, not enslaved, labor. No. They're getting paid, working in warehouses, working with their hands. And before you know it, the North will become the business center of Africa, if you guys are smart enough. But the problem is the IQ of the average northern politician is so shallow and myopic. You guys have a very low IQ. You are not thinking of how to exploit your environment. The study of man and his environment. What do you have around you? How effectively can you use them? Almajiri, the warehousing. When it comes to your granite, you change them to peanuts. In those factories, you use the children of the Almajiri to work in those factories. When it comes to distributing your goods and services, you need warehousings to package those goods. You use the children of Almajiri. You pay them not for free, not in slavery or whatever. Not slavery where you use them for free. No, you pay them. You bring them and make them become useful. This is how the Western world are doing it. China, that you are all running to go and buy things, this is what they are doing. Cheap labor. Yes, you can pay them lesser than whatever, but you are putting value into their lives. Suddenly, they now have, a means to take care of themselves. And guess what? The North will now become the business hub of Africa. But because you guys don't have that science of business in your mind, What you want is free, more money. Oh, there is oil there. Go and kill them. Take over the oil. Oh, okay. There is gold there. Go and kill them and take over the gold. That's the problem. This Almajiri crisis, you can spin it around. Think like a businessman. Put them to work. You have the land mass. Compete with Amazon. You create your own Amazon in the north, where those who wants to buy your kilishi, those who want to buy your milk, you start to produce milk. You use the Almajiri in those factories to do it. Put them to work. Make them become useful. But you guys don't think that way, because in your own mind, what you want is the free money. Like a sport child whose parents are very, very rich. All they want is free money, free labor. This is the problem I have with those known as the Fulani cabal. Those that Britain told they were born to rule. They have become lazy. They've become sloppy in their approach. That's the problem. And to show you how evil they are, even someone like Peter Obi, who has this kind of brain that I have, he was trying to help them out, but we thank God the devil in them stopped Peter Obi. We thank God that the devil in Nigeria stopped Peter Obi from being the president, because he would have given out some of the secrets of the Biafrans when it comes to business. And suddenly, for 8 years, when he'll be in power, or 4 years, Nigeria will be booming, and people will now assume Nigeria is great. We love Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. Nigeria go better. But you have not solved the fundamental problems in Nigeria. And before you know it, the problem will come back after 8 years. After Peter Obi has left the power, another Fulani man will come in and steal all the whatever they have, steal the reserves, and before you know it, they will come back with a more harsher policy when it comes to Islamization and Islamification. You are back to square one. So we are saying things like that will not work. Things like that will not work. Let's continue.
We are the problem. Until we wake up, nothing is going to change. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Who were as well the major advocates of the Muslim ticket? The North. The North. And where has it brought us? Look at where it has brought us. And I'm telling you wholeheartedly that concept has not yet changed. It's still in the minds of the Lord. They're still waiting for the next election. During the Muslim ticket, a lot of imams were preaching with video evidence. Even some top politicians, top northern politicians, preaching, telling them on the need for us to, for them not to have a Muslim ticket that will promote the establishment of the kingdom of God. Indeed, the kingdom of God is established.
Are you hearing it? The Muslim ticket was about establishing the kingdom of God. To the Yorubas, you think it's politics. They come to you and say, no, it's an alliance to control power. You know, the Biafrans are the problem. So you come with us. Let's do the Muslim ticket. And before you know it, the alliance is there. We shall rule this country for the next 20 years. And you are happy. Jagaban is the man. You assume he's doing politics. But to the north, it is the coming of the kingdom of God to Islamize Nigeria, to Islamificate Nigeria, to dip the Quran in the Red Sea. But the short-term goals, the medium-term goals, the milestones is to dip the Quran in River Niger. They are coming. Somebody told you they are coming, but the Yorubas, every time you keep on making the same mistakes. You call it politics. You sign MOU all the time. You assume these guys, they love you. But he just told you it was about the coming of the kingdom of Islam in that so-called Nigeria. He just told you. To the Yorubas, you claim to be the most educated. This is what bugs me all the time in my head. You claim to be the most educated and you keep on acting like you are so... Oh my God. I don't want to insult you guys, but I have to hold myself back. I have to. Because of the love I have for Chief Dr. Sunday Adeyemo, aka Sunday Igboho. But sometimes the pain is too much. How can you claim to be the most educated and you are acting this way? You think it's politics. A Fulani man just told you their plan, the blueprint. Behind closed doors, what they were discussing in their mosque and the rest of them. This is what they're discussing. It is the coming of Islam to Islamize that so-called Nigeria. Today now there is what? There is Sharia in Yoruba land. Sharia law is there in your land now. But you still believe it's politics. You say blame the Igbos. The Igbos are the problem. Tell me, name me one Igbo man that came to your land to steal your land. Name one Igbo man that came with AK-47 to rape your wife in the farm, in the bushes, and take over your resources. Name me one Igbo man. You say we are the problem, we are the problem. Name me one Igbo man that did it. All the lands that we have in Yoruba land, we paid for them. We paid the top dollar for them. All the houses, we paid for those houses. Real estate, we paid for them. Businesses, we are paying top dollar for them. Yet you leave all those facts. You say the Igbos, they have come, they have taken over Lagos. The Igbos have taken over Lagos. Hence, you have to do a partnership with the North. A partnership with the North. Against the Igbos. The Igbos are the problem to the Yorubas. You went into a Muslim ticket to outsmart the Igbos according to you guys. But today, you are hearing from the horse's mouth. It was about the coming of the kingdom of God. Islam. 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 I, self, Lord and Master. I, self, Lord and Master. I, self, Lord and Master. Islam. When you go deeper, that's the meaning. When you go deeper. They won't tell you that in your mosque. They won't tell that in your mosque. Islam, I, self, Lord and Master, is all about being to be your Lord, to own you, to subjugate you. Islam, ISLAM, I, self, Lord and Master. You guys aren't ready. You guys aren't ready. To the Yorubas, I will not insult you because I have respect. I've seen a few of you that came out and spoke like this man here. If not, I would have used my tongue to condemn your people for life, for being cowards. Now you're even worse than cowards, but I will bite my tongue. I will bite by my tongue when it comes to the Yorubas. But it is shameful, embarrassing that you assume what you are doing is politics. To take, the Igbos know it's their time to rule, but no, it's politics, our local, Yoruba local, that's what he told you. Emi local, that's what he told you. Our local, that's what he told you. But today you are hearing the truth from the horse's mouth. Let's take it back. Hear the truth here. Listen.
Of the North, it's not itself. The problem is we. We are the problem. Until we wake up, nothing is going to change. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Who were as well the major advocates of the Muslim ticket?
Listen.
The North. And where has it brought us? Look at where it has brought us. And I'm telling you wholeheartedly that concept has not yet changed. It's still in the minds of the Lord. They're still waiting for the next election. During the Muslim ticket, a lot of imams were preaching with video evidence. Even some top northern politicians, preaching, telling them on the need for us to, for the North to have a Muslim ticket that will promote the establishment of the kingdom of God. Indeed, the kingdom of God is established. You are all welcome to the kingdom of God. Politicians, preaching, telling them on the need for us to, for the North to have a Muslim ticket that will promote the establishment of the kingdom of God. Indeed, the kingdom of God is established. Even some top northern politicians, preaching, telling them on the need for us to, for the North to have a Muslim ticket that will promote the establishment of the kingdom of God. Indeed, the kingdom of God is established. Even some top northern politicians, preaching, telling them on the need for us to, for the North to have a Muslim ticket that will promote the establishment of the kingdom of God. Indeed, the kingdom of God is established. Even some top northern politicians, preaching, telling them on the need for us to, for the North to have a Muslim ticket that will promote the establishment of the kingdom of God. Indeed, the kingdom of God is established. You are all welcome to the kingdom of God.
Most of them are in their
Hold it there. Indeed, the kingdom of God is established. You're all welcome to the kingdom of God. Islamification. Islamification. How many years ago were we hearing about dipping the Quran in the Red Sea? How many years ago? Probably in the 80s, early 90s, where they joined the IOC, the Islamic something, you know, by Babangida. That was what we're hearing about dipping the Quran in the Red Sea. Some of you assumed, oh no, just don't mind them. It's politics. It's not possible now. But today, in a secular country, you are having Muslim tickets. Muslim tickets. What's so funny, my other business colleague who went on holiday the other time, I showed the video, he was in Malaysia. He's back. And suddenly, this guy was preaching to me about the Islamization of Malaysia, that they're about to go into politics now. And the Islamic party, is it from Katan something, I've forgotten their party name, that look, there's a problem, that they're using Islam to take over Malaysia. Those they call the Malays, they are the ones causing this problem. They're coming with Islam and all those things. He now said, everything you were telling me about Biafra is happening now in Malaysia. I was just laughing. I said, really? And he showed me a documentary, and I watched it. I was blown away. That was the same guy who had a hat from a Biafran person. He had a heart transplant from a Biafran person. So I will end it here, but my next video will be on this man, Mr. Shehu Musa, what's his name? Sani Shehu. I will deal with your own case in the next video. For now, I want to say may God bless you. God bless you, all my listeners. God bless Biafra. And I pray, slowly but steadily, the eyes of the deaf, dumb, and blind is being opening. We, the Biafrans, we are not the problem. We are not the aggressors. All we're doing was the thing that has to be done to a people that have been pushed to the wall. Once you are backed at the wall, what do? Once you're back to the wall, you just have to fight back. We are responding the right way a people should respond. The others who went about signing partnership, signing MOU, signing a truce, you are wasting your time in your own land. Foreigners came to your land and you are signing partnership with them. This was the same mistake Africa did during the time of colonization. The white man came and you were signing partnership, not knowing what you were signing in English. In the case of that so-called Nigeria, they signed that the queen owns the land. The enemy came to invade and you are signing partnership. You are wasting your time. I rest my case. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, let them hear. Yeah. Check me out. Superstars Media. Lord Logan, Bloomington, Lord Logan, and it's Wild Flora Show. 1914 amalgamation is what we dying for. 3 nations to 1 nation, ever since annihilation. Nepotism is nonsense. You and you, clap your hands. Biafra gonna come, clap your hands. Biafra, Oduduwa, we're free now. Freedom is gonna come, we're free now. Yeah.